One man army, but dig deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My true the cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. It burst off the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, bit this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the fly the field. Rewrite your history on this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze or won't, I can't lose, ready, rest on my bed. Do what you can and do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Blowing hill, I'm giving they soul the chills. I true the cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
180!
It burst off the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, bit this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
What's that? Here goes the line! White 20! What's that? Come on! Black 20! Turbo set! Cut! White 20! Turbo set! Cut! 180! White 20, hot!
No pressure, but this is it. We are going for gold.
Hey man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You taking the first steps towards success in this league. But don't fall back and get lazy. There's more steps ahead, so you gotta keep it up.
Here goes tonight! 180! Here goes tonight! 120!
How many of y'all came to win?
Cut! 180!
You ready? S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you, life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up, I can't spend the day with you, I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you, my color bright. I ain't finna play with you, man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop, and I drop it. She support, bruh, living up, never not on my grind.
Turbo set!
Time, let the brother better, you will never mind. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes.
180!
try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, down the ride? Let me try, work it out. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. I see that. On my hip is real good. We don't need your feedback. They put away with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, say stuff in me. What I do? Lace up the shoes, say stuff in me. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, say stuff in me. Beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news. What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase double red colored coops. I can't be number 2. MVP to leave more rappers. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forget your team shouldn't even show up. What you want to be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Show don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds be you. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, like 20. See that? My hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the reviews. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the reviews. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the reviews. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, kiss on the news.
Nuts, 180. Look at it. Here we go. Cut. Black 20. Cut.
Honey, I dash. Got it on. Smash.
Cut. 180.
Yes. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold. Copy. End zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm copy. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man up. Man. I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on. Smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man up, man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low key. I can carve for the D like a turkey. I run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Like 20.
Settles the mic. Exit.
the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big play there on the first play of the game. Give him 42 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now Henderson. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 right at the 20. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now it's Gurley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up fourth down. Zerline's kick is up and through. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 13.
They run. It's Gurley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
15 yards on the play, first down.
They're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Breeze now. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Thomas, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
Breeze going to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Rashard Matthews, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Breeze to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Breeze on third down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Gurley. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. It's gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A.J. Klein. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal.
Mike, check, 59. Hey, Orbit. Mike, 59.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have retaken the lead.
Breeze pass complete to Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
76. Go. 56, Mike, 56. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Motion. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
From the gun, here's Goff. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
I can't believe they used that.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now running right through it. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the 50, it's gone. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
It's now 3rd down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They start the second half with Kamara. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
On second down, here's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
13. Here we go. Hey, exit.
Now Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. Throwing now is Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Now Breeze again. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by John Johnson. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but there's stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, that's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That would put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. He also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Let's go. Swing.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Man up, deep. Slam. Kill.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Ginn. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Breeze. To the right side and complete to Thomas. 11 yards there, first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. From midfield, here's Breeze. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. You're good. Ready.
Again, it's Breeze. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Breeze now to throw. And he's going to go down again. Corey Littleton in there to drop him at sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 12. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Breeze. This will be caught at about the 6. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Here's Breeze. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
That's going to be a long day. He's checking. Crazy, opposite.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they can't bring him down. A big run there by Gurley. 73 yards. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Malcolm Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. Gone. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Go
first down. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Breeze now. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
First down, Saints.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
First down.
Ready, 5-9. Ricky. Check.
They'll look to throw. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Ready? You ready? I'm here all day.
Back to throw. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Go tonight. 20. Hey, pick your game up.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise at this stage of the game, you
can't have those kind of plays.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Another carry now for Gurley.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
2 for 1. Maverick. Hey, echo. Watch the screen. Mike's 47. Defense wins championships, baby. 4-7. Yes, sir.
Goff now to throw. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, defense. Orange. 4 now. Hey, wahoo! 47 Mike. 47. Check. 47's the Mike, boy. 47. Check. 47. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge.
Now it's gone. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now they've got to signal that field goal unit, and they have to sprint out there in a hurry.
And this is always difficult on the snapper because his heart rate is way up there. He's got to calm himself enough to make an accurate snap.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right, maybe it didn't work so well in regulation. Overtime could be the charm. And by the way, yards count either way.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
You're good, you're good. Ready. Sammy.
First throw of overtime for Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes his legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check it back. Kill.
Breeze going to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. On 2nd down, Kamara, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A nice pickup of 17 yards. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
On first down, Breeze. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was...
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Saints, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never understand.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right.